One favorite Girl Scout cookie inspired this layer cake. It's got the shortbread cookie crunch, the chocolate, the coconut, and the caramel. That could only mean the taste of the Samoa cookie is at work here. It's a really popular cake with friends and family of our baker today, Courtney Rich. Are you kidding? The layers alone pull me in one at a time.
Oh my gosh, we've got chocolate. You kind of have to with this cake. It's kind of a showstopper.
It is.
I feel like this is my favorite Girl Scout cookie.
Is it?
Yes. So boxes and boxes. And last year I did a Thin Mint cookie cake. And this year I thought, what's going to be my next Girl Scout cookie cake? And this was an obvious choice. But I did it a little differently than we see most cakes. This is a naked style, but I've covered it with acetate strips. So I'm going to show you how to build it because this is what supports the cake as we stack it.
Okay.
And we have elements like the frosting and some gooey caramel, toasted coconut that's a little bit soft and it may not hold as well in a regular styled cake.
So it needs that reinforcement.
So it needs the reinforcement, then we chill it and we'll peel this off a little later and you'll see how it just looks so pretty because it's just come right up against the plastic and then it peels off. It's got a nice straight edge. But most importantly, all the flavors from the cookie are in the cake.
Are in there.
Yes, so we have chocolate cake, chocolate ganache, shortbread cookie crumbs, shortbread frosting.
Oh my gosh.
And then we also have the toasted coconut mixed with a homemade salted caramel.
Okay.
To hopefully give you all the flavors, but also the textures that you love from the cookie in cake form.
All right, we're gonna go to commercial break. When we come back, you're gonna show us how to stack this all together. We'll do the big unwrap reveal, and this could be the cake at your next birthday celebration. I hope it is.
So.
I wish it was my birthday. We are working on Courtney Rich's milk bar style cake. Now define that, milk bar style, what does that mean?
So Milk Bar is a bakery out in New York. They've kind of spread, you have them in Vegas now and also Las Vegas, but they are known for this style of cake. Christina Tosi, the brains behind Milk Bar, created this style. And so I used the inspiration from the style to create this cake as the best way to support all these flavors and textures, and I built it the same way. So what we do is we actually bake our chocolate cake in a 1/4 sheet pan, and then we flip it and we make our cake rounds with a cake ring. This is a 6-inch cake ring. And we do this because the cake will then sit up right against the cake ring in the acetate strips when we build it.
Okay, that was clever how you used every inch
I know.
of
People
that.
are like, wait, how are you gonna get 3 layers?
You're like, watch me.
Watch. The bottom layer is built from just the 2 little janky kind of pieces. Yeah, and we'll just fill it in with scraps because no one's gonna see this end.
Doesn't matter if there's a space, doesn't matter if
well,
there's a gap.
we're gonna just fill it in. But no one ever sees this. It's gonna get covered. We'll use all our good center pieces here.
So creative to me.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
so we're using all of it. I also love it because there's always scraps with this cake to just munch on as you're making it, and you can always sample. So you kind of just push it down into place with your hand like that, and then we have all our layers, and we're just gonna start stacking. And the acetate strips and the cake ring are the 2 tools that you really need for this cake, but you don't need a turntable. We don't need extra tools. I'm going to use a spoon. I'm going to use my hand.
Now I've seen obviously the ring, but the acetate strips are new to me. Where do you get those?
Okay, so Orson Gigi here in Salt Lake carries acetate paper and strips, and or you can get them on Amazon too. So if you're not close by and you can't run up to Orson Gigi, but they are important because everything will peel away from them really easily when it's nice and chilled. Although I've seen some people get really creative with my cakes and how to stack it, and they use plastic folders. So it doesn't have to be the acetate. That's ideal.
Sure.
But you can get creative. Plastic folders, I have heard, have worked
out
well.
There determined to make one of Courtney's cakes, no matter what they do or do not have.
And you want to spread everything to this edge. So it just kind of goes right up to the edge, and that's what we're going to see on the cake. So I'm going to just move quickly. Yeah. We have shortbread cookie crumbs. Now I made these homemade, but if you want to save time, buy shortbread cookies from the grocery store. You're going to use them in the frosting. You're going to use them as a layer in the cake.
Oh, so you actually put those in the frosting?
Oh, yeah. So
not just a flavor.
No, no, no. So if you mix the crumbs with milk in like a magic bullet or your blender, you get a cool kind of pasty shortbread texture. And then you just add that to your butter and powdered sugar, and you have this awesome flavor of frosting.
Amazing, because shortbread cookie, that's my favorite part of any cake, when it's a crust or when it's part of the
So we wanted to make sure to get a lot of that in here. So we'll just spread it on there.
Okay.
And then you can use a spoon, or this is an offset. Actually, let's use a spoon. You just spread it together.
Again, no one's going to see it, but the edge is the most important. That will be exposed.
The edge, you want to have that. And again, just so we can get through it and really cut into that one, I'm just going to go ahead and our last layer.
What's this?
Oh, just put your finger in there and take a bite. Toasted coconut, just covered in homemade salted caramel.
Yes, it is.
Isn't that a great texture?
I don't even love Samoa, but all of a sudden it's my favorite cookie.
Yes, yeah.
This is so good.
So you put all this in here and you keep stacking. So then I have a second and a third layer, and I just repeat all of those steps.
Okay.
But you do want to make it, this is a great cake to make ahead of time, because you want to put it in your freezer for a couple hours or in your fridge overnight, and then you're going to peel away the acetate. And my frosting, you can see, has gotten a little soft, but you can tell it's now pulling away and leaving most of it there, and we'll have a really clean line
it's as you like start a magic
to
trick at the end
dig
of this baking
into
adventure.
It. And it's just, it's really easy to cut. I do like this one. Oh, my hands are, can you grab that, Brooke? Grab the tape. It's really easy to cut. You do want to do it chilled, though. Look how pretty that is.
That's gorgeous.
Nice.
Oh,
sorry,
so
my hands
pretty.
are wet. I'm going to have you be my assistant.
You're okay. I love it. I love feeling like I have a purpose in this kitchen.
And I use strong tape on this one. We had to travel with it. Okay, perfect.
Hot cake, we'll travel.
Look at that.
Courtney, it's beautiful. Oh, what a showstopper. And when you cut into it, those layers are even more enhanced.
And I mean, you could, if yours does this, you can just take a knife or an offset icing spatula and just clean up your lines so they're a little bit more flushed.
Beautiful.
So it looks like it just came out of the acetate strips.
All right, this is amazing. Courtney's Samoa cake, and Courtney does not just tempt us with her cake creation, she teaches us too. You have a class schedule, I know, that was recently posted.
Yes, and we're sold out, or we're booked through May.
Of course you are.
So stay tuned. Middle of May, we'll release all the summer classes, and if you're signed up with Orson Giggy's website and their email, they'll let you know when we're going to be posting more, but we'll have them all summer long.
It's so fun to see too on your Instagram. You'll often do shares, people who have tackled your cakes or tried your creations, and I love to see how the cake love is spreading. You're inspiring us all.
I love seeing other people take their own take on one of my cakes or mix some of the flavors and come up with their own creation that's just been inspired by one of mine, and now they're in the kitchen baking, and they used to not do that. It's really fun to see.
It's awesome. What's your Instagram?
Cake by Courtney.
Cake by Courtney. We'll link you over from our website. This was so fun. I have no doubt this will be on a lot of birthday wish menus coming up.
Time to dig in.
Yes, please save me a slice. Thank you so much.